So to upload the file into Rast, once you've created your account, so you'll have to register for your new account, and then you'll go to the Rast website and you can log in with your information. So log in, and you'll see that I've done a lot of files, of course, because I've done this multiple times. What you'll do then is you will go to your jobs, upload new job. Okay. Browse for your sequence file. So I'm going to go ahead and do the sequence file from, oops, wrong folder, from the assembly and annotation from Abyss. So I'm going to do the Abyss file, and I'm going to do the last one, that -8.fa. Okay. Then I'll go to step 2. Okay, so then we can fill in the form based on NCBI taxonomy, and you can see that it already calculated some statistics for you. So let's fill in the form. Oh, couldn't find it. So first we'll go to NCBI taxonomy. And the only reason I have you do this instead of actually just type in the name is because with salmonella, the nomenclature is kind of weird. So we would look for in taxonomy Salmonella enterica serovar typhimurium. Okay, so that's what I want. See, it's complicated. Salmonella enterica, subspecies enterica, serovar typhimurium. So I'm just going to click on this because there's all these different strains, but this is like the main one. So I'm going to click on that top one. And the taxonomy ID I want is this number right here. So in this case, it's a 5-digit number. Sometimes it can be more or less. It just depends on the species. So then I'll go back to my Rast server, and I'll just put that here. And then click fill in form based on taxonomy. So then it fills in all the information for me. That's great. I don't have to do anything else. And then I can leave it alone and go to step 3. So we can do classic or the Rast TK. Let's go ahead and we'll do Rast TK. We don't need to customize the pipeline, but we can have it fix some errors. We can have it build a metabolic model, determine some similarities. We don't need it to debug. That's totally fine. Disable replication. I'm not going to click yes. I've actually already run this job, so you can just leave it alone. I'm going to finish the upload. Okay, and so then what you can do is you can, it'll send you an email when it's done. So you can totally leave this website because now it's doing the thing on their server. So we can view the job status, and so it says it hasn't started yet. But once it's all done, you can go to your jobs. Okay, you see I have a job in the queue. This was a different job I did. I think I actually this was maybe the Quast downloaded genome. I'm sorry, not the Quast, the Spades downloaded genome. But when your job is all done, you can view the details. And so it'll tell you it's been completed. It gives you the number of features, which would be the number of genes, all of the stuff that it did. You can download those same files, like the GenBank file, the GTF, the spreadsheet. So you can download all of those. And, if you want to, I wish it had an option. Let's see if I can update download files. Okay. So I'm going to go back And, you know, I guess you could go through and select all of them to download, so that's fine too. But the other thing you can do that's really neat, so basically if you download all of these files, it's going to look a lot like what you got from Proca. So why would I have you do two if you get like the exact same thing? Well, the benefit here is if you click on that seed viewer, you can start to find cool stuff about your organism itself. So here it tells me the genome, the taxonomy ID. I can view the closest neighbors. So let's see what I find. So no closest genomes. So that's kind of interesting. There should be. Maybe because I clicked on something, it got mad at me. But we can click on things like comparative tools, function-based comparison. So you can look for, you know, compare that genome to, oh, maybe it couldn't find one if there aren't a ton in here. There isn't an actual Salmonella typhimurium that's, oh yeah, there it is. Let's try that and see what happens. So you can totally just play around and do a lot of different things here. Hold on, baby. Go watch your movie, baby.
Okay. Apple has the those apple. No, the apple.
So there's a lot of things you can play with in here. You know, you can do comparative tools and compare it to other organisms. You can, you know, browse through different things about this organism. But you can also like look here, well, what pathways does it have? Let's say for motility and chemotaxis, flagellar motility in prokaryotes, and we can click here and it'll give us an idea of what flagellar proteins might be found in this particular bacterium. So there's no diagram, that's okay, right? But we have the list of the flagellar proteins that it actually found. So you can do that with a lot of different things. Let's try virulence, disease, and defense. How about bacteriocins? That's kind of cool. Let's click on that and see what happens. But functional roles, right? Subsystem spreadsheet. So there's a lot of different stuff that you can find in here for your organism. Okay, so just play around, you know, figure out what it has that you find interesting, and, you know, what kind of cool stuff you can learn from looking at something like Rast. And then here you go. This one has an actual diagram of what the pathway looks like and then the genes that it found within our species.